So we have here Mr. Majid. So very welcome in our show.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum
I'm
assalam.
glad and very, very happy to be here. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take all of our hands to do our best in this life and be on the front line in the afterlife.
So I said like you worked in humanitarian sector. So what's the reason? Yeah, I think that you're engineer, as you see. So
Yes, of course.
why you focus on, like, if you didn't work in, for example, computer and technology, only no, you focused on this, when I say you work with the humans. So what's the reason why you choose this?
Yes, of course. First started and graduated and started to look for a job. Uh, there were many, many options before me. So I had a thought, why shouldn't I choose a domain that is most suitable to my degree?
Mhm.
So I've looked it up and did my research, and I have seen all of my options. Well, it seemed that one of the options that were before me and that I could be part of was the health domain.
Mhm.
So the health domain is a very good domain to help others
Mhm.
and to be uh, to do good for the society. And
Mashallah.
this is why I think that I like it, the idea of being in the humanitarian sector, as you said. So actually, is a very good for
So it's like religious part, let's say.
there. Of course, there is a religious motive behind this choice. Actually,
Okay. So if you focus here, actually, before the show, you told me like that you took Islam, just Islamic materials from teachers and Islamic teachers. So can you just tell me what's the reason why you choose this, and you give this, I don't really say really opportunity, and just a lot of time from your time about this. So why you choose this specifically? Why you choose to take classes and courses from about Islam?
well, actually, Subhanallah, when everybody, I think there is a lingering and belonging in everybody's heart to find that thing that calls upon you when you are living this life, trying to figure out this life. There are too many questions to answer. There are so many things that this life throws at you.
Hmm.
You will need uh, to search for solace and what comforts your heart. So uh, it is only natural, and actually I think it is something that exists within everybody, the idea of loving God, loving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So everybody looks for how to flourish this love, how to uh, grow this love, how to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When we meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we want him to be pleased with us. We want to do what he wants us to do, and not to be from the ones who he say, no, you go away, I don't like you, I should not uh, be uh, or you should not be from those who I uh, take as enclosed to me. You know
That's
what I
yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah,
what
yeah.
I
I got it. I got it. So you tell me like that. It's also religious part. What I understand from you're talking now, so that you focus on worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even in your studies, or in your just in your free time, all
yes,
of it. So you do all of this subhanallah just for um, let Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala satisfied on you. This is the main reason, what I
exactly,
understand.
exactly.
So from my even before the show, I found this in your speaking, so it was really interesting that way. That's why I just really want to ask you. So I think, or the religious or the Muslims in the Middle East in general, why they even after 1,040 400 years, why they found Prophet Muhammad SAW, like a main character or just the main reason to, or they found Prophet Muhammad SALLAM's way of life the same of them. So why you find why all of you, just you or just you're of course just an example. So why that's all happening in the Middle East in general? A lot of them they just follow Prophet Muhammad SAW specifically, and I just want to know the reason. That's why I choose. I didn't choose just a man who studied Islamic studies, just like me. Just I choose a man who really like he's far from like Islamic studies and all that, and just even though I found an engineer just like you, which is he just also make part or just to choose a part from his day to study Islamic. So I think this is just what's the reason about that?
Well, subhanallah, uh, when you want to find your way to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so it helps a lot to find an example, as somebody who become an example to you how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants everybody to be. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is this example. So when you study the holy texts and study Hadith Sharif, you cannot but find that following Prophet Muhammad ﷺ step by step is a key figure, is something so important, one of the most important things to find your way to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this I think what motivates everybody to look for their way, how to become like Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And actually it is there is a verse in the Quran, وَقُلْ أَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولَ. This is, and there is another verse, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ. The first verse says, obey me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us to obey him and obey his messenger. And in the second verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, if you truly love me, then follow up the footsteps of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is why it's so important that we study Prophet Muhammad's life, study his personality, study his actions, study his character in all the aspects, socially, the ethics and the morals that he taught, study at let's say at meetings with his women, how he treated children, and so on. There are so many aspects to life that you will need to figure out from a Sunnah Sharif.
Okay, mashallah, that's very good. We will continue, but just let's find we have a break. Let's go to our break, and we will continue, inshallah. So sure. Let's go.
Hello viewers, this is Barra from Middle East. Welcome in our show with The Way with Barra. We bring here this platform Middle Eastern life culture, politics and the global village. I will be with you every Thursday, 1 p.m. live TV. Also podcasts, all iOS and Android devices, all smart TV Roku, Amazon Fire Stick and Apple TV. Globally, Horizon Satellite, and our website, MillenniumNewsTV24.com, MillenniumNews24.com, all social media platforms, Millennium News. I will see you there.
Welcome back. So, I was just want to ask you, actually, and this is I talked in my last episode just. The audience knows that, we talked about Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and that's why I found like I need to find an example. from the Muslims about this.
Mhm.
This is the main reason. So I don't want to just talk about books and sources in the academic way. I just want to find a real example about this. That's the main reason. Like we have this episode talking about a real example from the reality.
Thank you.
So I just want to know, like, what like, tell me about Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Why do you find Prophet Muhammad is a main example?
Well, first, let me thank you for uplifting me to such a place. I think that I'm not worthy of such an honor. You are saying that we need somebody who is following the footsteps of Prophet Muhammad SAW, so to bring to this episode.
Mhm.
Well, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us be as we are saying and
Mhm.
describing ourselves. Prophet Muhammad SAW is a man of high ethics and morals. Well, he has spoken of teaching ethics and morals as the very first thing to teach and the most important thing to teach. So, Sallallahu says, إِنَّمَا بُعُثْتُ لِأُتَمِّمَ مَكَارِمَ الْأَخْلَاقِ. The purpose of my message is to teach high ethics and morals and manners. So Prophet Muhammad SAW, before prophethood, he was known between his people as the trustworthy. So
Before prophet.
before prophet,
Mhm.
yes. So everybody trusted him with their money.
Mhm.
So he was like when everybody had money and want to hit them, they used to hit them with Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The other thing is his honesty. He never lied. He always spoke the truth.
Mhm.
So everybody, without a doubt, believe him. Uh, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam started his life with his wife Khadija. When he was 25, he helped her with her trade. So she had her money ready.
Yeah, with
in
her
order to-
business.
with her business. So she sent her assistant with him to Damascus.
Mhm.
So that is the way of doing business back then. With him in his journey, the assistant of Khadija radiallahu anha took notice of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he was 25, as I told you. And when they came back from their business, she found results that she never found before. The profit she made was different. And the testimony that her assistant told her about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was of a brilliant man. So she got a liking to him,
Mhm.
and he got a liking to her, and so they got married.
So all those, yeah, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's life or just his story,
Hmm.
all the people, like people in the Middle East,
Mhm.
they know his story and all those details.
Well, exactly, most of them know those details.
Actually, I a lot of questions came just to understand, like, the secret. Like,
Mhm.
even now, like,
Yes.
if I go to see one of the Muslims in the Middle East, I will, like, find, maybe they when I for talked with him about Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, I would see him, like, maybe crying,
Mhm.
like, we'll see his tears. So this is, like, kind of like this. I'll just sometimes I ask myself, like, after 1,400 years,
Mhm.
like, all there's this, why this is really emotional. That's you find them, if he's doing anything and just against, let's say, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is, let's say, or against Allah as well. By the way, against Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as well, and Prophet Muhammad will not be satisfied on that. And I told him this, he would say, he would stop immediately. This is actually, I would say, just because Prophet Muhammad didn't like that, he would say, yeah, And sometimes it's not the main reason to go to hell or to heaven. Just the main reason is because Prophet Muhammad SAW didn't do this or didn't like this. And by the way, there's a story also I heard about, like a man, his name is Umar, and I'm sorry, his name is Abdullah. I'm sorry.
Yes.
So he was just walking with Prophet Muhammad SAW. So, and just he saw Prophet Muhammad SAW going close to, or just he was closing to a tree. So there's a branch. So Prophet Muhammad SAW he puts his head away to just because of the branch. So after 10 years, Abdullah, he saw him doing this. So after 10 years after Prophet Muhammad's death, he was just going in the same road, but there's no tree. So when he arrived to the brunch place, he did the same movement. And so that's why really, like, there was. So what's the reason? There's no brunch to just do the same action. So that's why there's really weird thing to a lot of people in American Western countries. So that's why, like, I just want to ask you about this.
Yes. Allahumma salli ala sallam. Prayers be upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The trace of love that he left till this day is still here. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he got married from his wife Khadija, his first wife, he took her and he loved her. Although she died a few years later, till the end of his life, he still spoke of her and still said that she was his beloved wife. So the love that he taught us, the love that he left, is still till this day we live it. So whenever we hear anything about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam or any action he did, it is only the way of the lover to imitate who you love or whom you love. So it's just become an act of love. Once you study this person in depth, you cannot but love him, and you will just need to imitate him. You will discard everything otherwise, and this is as simple as that.
That's really interesting, and just to go with you farther, just let's go to a break.
Well, thank you.
Hello viewers, you are watching Millennium News 24. America and global villages seen to America independence built by immigrants, manufacturers, roads, highways, educations, healthcare, IT, scientists, space, business development to all thousands of multimedia and all major social media platforms and news network in America. Millennium News 24, one of truthfully news networks in America and global news organizations. Please watch, follow and subscribe. We are in iOS and Android devices, Roku, Amazon, Apple devices, all smart TV, globally Horizon satellite, social media Millennium News 24, Millennium TV 24. Website www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Thank you.
Welcome back, and Mr. Abdul Majid,
Yes.
I just there's another question, but just Prophet Muhammad SAW, in this case, he taught all the people, all kinds. So when I talk about, for example, I saw engineer, doctors, I saw employees, I saw people working in banks, academies, teachers, fathers, So all of them, they follow Prophet Muhammad. So in this case, I find like his way of life, or his way of life, like just all kind of people can teach from or just can learn from Prophet Muhammad. So that's why, like, because immediately I just think about this, so, and I find like, of course, should be like that. So how do you find this?
Well, yeah, prayers be upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is interesting. So he lived like no other man. So many events happened at the life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that everybody can take lessons from. Everybody can learn from them. So whichever state that might come to you, whichever thing that this life might throw at you, you will find a lesson and you will find something to learn and a solution to your state from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his life. So if we want to make an example about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so everybody, we are when you are living in a society, let's talk about the level of a family, how a family is, how he treated his wife, how he treated his children and other children. Well, of course, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had daughters. Only his daughters lived. His sons died at a very early age. So he treated his daughter Fatima radiyallahu anha until they said that she is his mother. He just threw himself between her hand, taking care of him, and she took very good care of him. He raised her so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most important in all of her life. So an education based on love, to love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
The reason,
of course. When he taught her to love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that affected all of her relationships. All of relationships now are based on love. She loved her father, she loved her husband, she loved her children, and raised them the way he raised her. With his wife. I will tell you this one story.
Okay.
So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when his wife he was with his companions, and somebody brought lunch. His wife got jealous. They are at my house. How could they bring lunch? So she threw away the dish and broke it. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam,
In front of his face.
in front of his companions. So it was, if this happened in nowadays family, well, it will be war. Well, so he didn't get angry actually. He laughed and said, your mother, he talked about his wife as their mother. He said, your mother got angry. So he told her to prepare another dish and to replace the dish with one of hers and to give it back to the owner of the dish. So just as gently. Another story, he had a fight with him.
Just before like going. So in this case, like as I find, like Prophet Muhammad in this case, even like some people said, like, I'm giving sometimes to the audience, to all of us, to all of you, specifically like sessions about Islamic and all those, and I'm an Islamic teacher, but just it's I'm also love to hear stories. I also love to learn I didn't know everything. So in this case, I really like to listen.
Mm.
Even sometimes I know the stories. Just
Yes.
I find this really,
Yes.
like it's
This
really,
is-
yeah.
This is an evidence of the love and the trace of love that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ left us.
Actually, that's I can't say no. I can't say no.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Yes.
that's really emotional to understand, like the way, and just was some of his action, like I'll say, how is that, like that's really I can't find this, like just even in movies I can't find a man like or a character like his.
Even in,
So it was really fantastic things to talk about. So let me go to, and just I really want to listen to the next second story.
well, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had a fight with his wife. So she yelled at him, he yelled at her when her father was coming to the house and heard the fight, and he got angry. Her father loves Prophet Muhammad ﷺ so much, so he got angry with his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So he entered angry and wanted to shout and hit his daughter and
Mm-hmm.
to give her a lesson, a hard lesson.
Mm-hmm.
So she must be polite with her husband,
Mm-hmm.
or the all loving, the all caring. So when he came closer, she hid behind Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. When
She hide behind
of course,
his back.
yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
He was her father was angry, but Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, well, we didn't call upon you to yell at her.
Mm-hmm.
We called upon you to solve the problem between us. We are just a married couple and having our
Smart, yes.
this is, we call
Smart
here
thing.
around here the salt of life. The fights between married couple are the salt of life.
So he solved.
Inevitable to happen.
So by listening to his story, we solve problems between like
between married
between-
couples.
yeah. Okay, that's nice. That's really nice. And just I really liked just our just your stories and talking about this. And just it was really something I would say it's really international person, let's say, to be like for sure, because when you listen, like I found American people, inshallah I will have a guest talking just even American people just want to know what Prophet Muhammad said. They want to repeat sentences in Arabic, and that's what they called me many times. They said, just please, can you just teach us? Can you just I want to learn how to speak, because I just want to understand
May
his
Allah help you and
understand.
help you.
Thank you so much for that. Just that was our show and our episode for today. Talking about Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is a real example we have here, Mr. Abdul Majid Atmaz, and how Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's life affected on his life, and just how he found Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as just the first man in his life to follow and to. That's it for our episode for today. Inshallah, I will be with you inshallah next Thursday, 1 p.m. So stay with us.
Thank you very much.
That was really good one.
Thank you very much. May Allah help you and everybody who wants to learn about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.